You like my cubes? Normally I'm thinking outside the box, but today I decided to change it up a little bit. We're gonna go more standard, just boxes all around. This is interesting. Now the animations don't play at all. What in the world? Why are those lagging behind? What is that all about? Wow. Thanks for the donation, Neimer. Both those things happened at the same time. That was craziness. You can jump back and forth without even touching the walls. Like a ninja. Don't even have to touch the surface. Just so much air pressure from my wall kick. So that looks a little weird. The thing that's a pain is having to go back and set the other animation. Why are these graphs like this? What's going on? What are you doing, Blender? So strange. Such a simple program like Blender has bugs in it. How's that? Of course, half the time I don't know if it's a bug in Blender or if it's just not working the way I expect it to work. Spinning around in circles, getting so dizzy. Whoa, I'm so dizzy. Where's Dizzy Sky when you need him? I should probably save this. Don't do this to me, Blender. Hell. That moment when you realize you haven't saved anything for a while and then you go to save and Blender just freezes up. RX 180.
100 bits? I'd buy that for $1. Ah!
Much appreciated, Tim. You are always giving me stuff. You're gonna be like the sole reason I can survive the indie lifestyle. Why does it hitch there? I don't understand. It's like the first time I play. Does it happen every time? Goodness, bless you. It does seem to happen every time. Let's go to the profiler and see if we can figure out what's causing that. Watch it not do it this time. It didn't pick up on that at all? No, it's not the logs. It's that thing. It's gotta be this thing. As soon as that becomes visible, it hitches. Not visible, not visible. Boom. Hitch. But if we like move this over here, it's not gonna hitch anymore. So it must wait until it's visible before it loads it? That's kind of questionable. So we're gonna do that and then we're going to convert it back. I think I did something wrong. You know, just in case I wanted to ship the game on Amiga, we've got a very limited color palette version of the game. Just need to get some magenta in there and we've got everything covered. Yes, definitely noisy. Delete the old one. That looks very questionable. I didn't think too much about that shape. Whoops. It should blend in with the rest of the rock though, so maybe nobody will notice. It didn't blend in with the rock very well at all. It's just sitting there. There's so many inappropriate things I can say. And it's like, do I really want to go there? Let's just try to shape this differently. Gosh, this is making this even more questionable. I was hoping to do away with that questionable shape that I had there, and it's just gotten worse. This is not how that's supposed to be. Oh, jeez, I put this thing on again. If you ever get this going on in Blender, you can do proportional tweaking, which can be useful, but if you didn't mean to do that, you hit O, and then that gets rid of that. So if you're like, oh, no, just no, you press O. Kind of what I want is to define a plane to start with and then make everything else match that plane. Hit the lock on area plane on the right panel. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. Now we're talking. That is what I was looking for. Yes. Okay, I think that answers my question of what is better for making rocks, because once I get this going on, it's going to be really easy to knock out some rock shapes. To knock out with your rock out. I must have caught a little bit of the bottom there and inadvertently dragged that in. Well, fortunately we can just fix that real quick, maybe. I think we're leaving some weird stuff there, but... Oh no. Well, we've got a stalactite now. That's the thing that just happened. It's atmosphere. I think this... Oh boy. What's going on here? Hopefully I didn't create a nasty polygon soup there. Sometimes that happens. Hopefully those are just artifacts and not bad geo. Now it just looks like debris is falling off of it. Oh... It's bad geo. Holy cow. That poly count though. That poly count. Them some detailed rocks right there. I'm gonna decimate this in a little bit. And we'll do that now. So I actually do a decimate with a planar limit first. Oh wait, we're in edit mode, that's why that's not showing up. Oh boy. Come on, Blender, you can do it. You can get out of edit mode. I believe in you, Blender. I want to say I still believe in you, Blender, but I'm not really sure if I do or not. The reason I do the planar thing first is that the collapse will reduce the poly count, but sometimes it'll have like these big flat surfaces here. Sometimes it'll just like leave a lot of polygons in there for no reason, like there's no reason for them to be there. So I do the planar thing first to knock out the big flat areas and then do the collapse. Yeah, I think, okay. Blender's taking a break. I'm gonna take a break too. I need to go to the bathroom. We'll see if it's back when I get back. Oh, good. Perfect.
It's alive!
So yeah, the planar takes out a lot of that stuff. So I'm just YOLOing this thing. I haven't saved. Blender's not responding. While it's doing that, I'm gonna take another break and get some water. I shouldn't rely on the autosave though. Danger zone. I like how we've got some like moss growing on these rocks here. All these little vertices, pretty neat. I'm experimenting with different ways of making rocks, hoping I come up with a rock solid way of making them. Haha, it's a new person. Figured I'd rock their world with some solid puns. Let's set our physics FPS to like 10 just for kicks. So right now this shouldn't make any difference because I'm not using physics for anything. So movement is still pretty normal. But if we use physics process, it's gonna be real stuttery. Seems fine. 10,000? I was gonna do 2,000, but we can go higher. This is probably where it's gonna get wonky. Yeah. I'm getting some really good frame rate there. You can see these animations in slow motion. Interesting. So 144 times 8.
I'm so dizzy.
Hey, what's up? How's it going, Dizzy Sky? So I think it just happened to be chance that when we went over 1,000, because really... Whoa! That's too bad that was off stream because I just had an awesome catch. I knocked my water bottle off the desk and caught it with my hand backward. It's like I'm anti-Pac-Man. Instead of picking up the little white dots, I'm creating them as I run along. What happens if we just crank? We'll do the jump. We'll crank this up to like 8,000. See what that looks like. It just like spawns a fur ball. I'm surprised. I thought that at least the overdraw on all those would impact my perf. Let's try 80,000. Alright, 80,000 starts impacting the frame rate. I don't know if it's getting impacted because of the number of particles or because of the size of the particles. Let me set this a lot smaller. I don't know if 0.01 is going to be visible. With enough of them combined though, it should be. Yeah, so that's just the overdraw causing that, not the number of particles. 1 million? 1 million particles! Did I not set? It's capped out at 100,000, it looks like. I can't even put 1 million in there. Oh, that's a bummer. You'd have to put like 10 of these particle emitters to get 1 million. I've made fur. That's terrifying. Maybe I shouldn't say what the first thing that popped into my head. Just a certain type of hair from a certain type of region. We'll zoom way in here. Maybe that was too much zoom. But you can definitely see the grass particles. There we go. When she does an air jump, she just like kicks all the grass off her feet. That was weird. What's that all about? Why is it acting like there's a crack in the geometry there? Is that some artifact from anti-aliasing? That should be solid geometry. I'm not sure why there was that little sliver showing there. It's a little disconcerting. There you go, Sir Kane. That's a little bit much, but you can definitely see the details there. I mean, it's a certain aesthetic. It's maybe not quite the aesthetic I was going for. Let me scale it way back. So yeah, now the light is coming from the right. I don't like this as much as the black silhouette. I'll brighten it up so it's easier to see. But I like the solid silhouette better, I think. Oh, if you put zero here, it does just the rotation. If you put 1 there, it does the rotation and translation. Alright, well I think that looks like a log. Now I just need to export this log out and see how it does. And our collision fits nicely in that geometry there. I guess more of a geoma rock than a geometry.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
How's it going, Tim?
From the darkness, lurking from the shadows in your stream.
Time to trigger all the crazy sounds. Back to back.
Shake it like a soda, come on, hello.
Wow, everyone crawling out of the woodwork. It's like, what? Is it time to make crazy sounds? Okay, hopefully that'll do it. Switch back to this tab and see what it looks like. Just making sure I've got interesting stuff going on these edges. That's probably good enough. All right, USB notification sound in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, hey, you got to be kidding me.
That was not the sound I was expecting to happen there. Nice timing. It's a fancy USB. Exactly. What are the trees called in Cambodia with the giant roots? Let's see if we get lucky here. Huge trees. It doesn't tell me what type of trees they are, though. Huge tree, yeah. You got like maple trees, you got oak trees, you got pine trees, and then you got huge trees. Let us search for banyan tree and see if that gets us some, see, there we go. These things look cool even when they're not over ruins. Dude, that's amazing. Look how awesome that looks. I saw that URL for a second, I was like, MySpace? And I was like, oh wait, MySpace of craziness. I'll just leave it to your imagination where those sounds came from. It had enough of you, Sir Kane. I was like, I can't represent this guy anymore.
And bam, list of patrons. Thanks for all the support for my unintentionally questionable 3D models. I know this list is not much of an incentive to become a patron, but I also provide alpha keys for my games like Fist of the Forgotten here and Kook if you want to try them out while they're in development. Hope you enjoyed this blast from the past of Fist of the Forgotten development. We're still in clips from February of 2019, so I don't know if we'll ever actually catch up. Also, if you say subscribe, YouTube will automatically light up the subscribe button, it seems. But what happens if you say subscribe again?
I need to get some water too. Bam. You see that catch?